we're back for the second half of the show, talking about the Long Branch Half Marathon and the New Jersey Marathon, running the same course the same day, and the training program. You know, I look at that crowd, and it's become, in many ways, you know, other than the 4th of July, it's the biggest crowd we get. In many ways, it's my favorite day of the year. Maybe we should have fireworks too.
That's a possibility.
No, I think you know what? Afterwards, I think everybody's just too tired.
We talked about fireworks.
You're done by noon and you're exhausted.
Maybe the night before.
I'm trying to sleep the night before. But you know, I think we all owe a debt of gratitude to Seabright for their decision that led you here.
That's our spin. It's a positive spin.
It was a great
thing
that
They
happened.
gave us 9 years of the right of way, and they gave us the reason to bring the marathon to Long Branch. So I'll always tip my hat to.
And every now and then I say something really smart when I said to you, well, we're not going to let the event die. It's far too big and too great an event.
Well, I mean, we've talked about that. At one point, we didn't have a finish line because the high school track was being rebuilt and the whole complex.
And I said, I mean, I look at that picture and I just marvel.
Your quote was, I don't care where it finishes as long as it's in Long Branch. Right. And now we have a start and finish in Long Branch.
And when we started, we didn't have Pier Village. We didn't have Shore Runner.
No.
And thinking that it would have the economic impact that it does, there was no reason to ever think that. But it's your biggest weekend of the year?
It's huge. It's and I mean, we have all the summer, which is awesome, and but it is our biggest weekend of the year, and we open the doors at like 5. And some people buy shoes that day, which we don't encourage.
Not shoes to run in?
Yes. Some of the relay people will, which we don't encourage it, but they do.
So people who are going to sign up for the program and be told, you don't buy your shoes,
no,
you run in your shoes for a couple of weeks before you run racing.
That's right. That's not ideal, but they're desperate. We once had, actually the first year was awesome.
I remember that. I know the story.
A woman, because the course is 2 loops, on her second loop, she ran into the store. Her feet were killing her. She had grabbed an old pair of shoes. It was like the ER. We put her into a new pair of shoes. She didn't have money. We said, pay us after the race. She came back afterwards. She finished. It was awesome, and she paid. It was great. So it's big for us. It's a business point of view, and just
stories like that, race directors love to hear because that's what makes a marathon great.
But I mean, Art, you've told me without exaggeration, there isn't a year that goes by that you don't have 100 stories. Not like that one, but people who've participated in their first race. I saw a woman with ALS come across the finish line this year.
Just 4 days ago, Margaret called. She has spina bifida. She had a double lung transplant. And she is encouraging others to participate with her because she has signed up for the Long Branch Half Marathon. That's her goal.
Where does she live?
She's a New Jersey resident, but I couldn't remember the town, but she's not local. And she asked if it's at all possible she can raise monies for spina bifida. And of course, I've encouraged many charities to use our marathon and half marathon as a vehicle. I mean, that's what running is all about. It's about community. It's about charity and our own children's charities. But she will probably have 10 or 15 runners come in with her, run with her, and celebrate the entire event. And that's the kind of excitement that Long Branch residents will sense when they get involved in a marathon. It's not about the first person winning. It's about everyone crossing the finish line.
Well, you also, I mean, you're one of the larger races that's totally, I mean, there's no prize money. The winner doesn't get anything special.
Correct.
He gets a very nice trophy, which a very nice gentleman presents.
Yep, Rich Mahoney and in memory of his wife, first place male and female win that trophy. But with that said, I mean, I'm contacted all the time by coaches and by top runners asking.
There's always rumors of Kenyans.
Always rumors of Kenyans, but in our minds,
we're all Kenyans.
We're all Kenyans. So no, our roots are the old Jersey Shore Marathon, which was the People's Marathon, and our
one of my inspirations for running was the '77 February race in the, I think.
Well, I probably saw you running it.
No, I wasn't running it.
I've heard so many stories from that.
Well, there was literally, it was February because the race never had a home date. This is the first Sunday in May, and we know it's going to be the first Sunday in May from now forever.
Right.
But the old Jersey Shore used to move around, and never had more. I don't know that it ever had more than 200 runners. It was
especially when it was in January and February.
But that year, there was literally a blizzard. And you saw guys out there, and I just happened to be driving, because we were going to go play football in the snow, and I saw guys running in this blizzard, and I thought, they look like they're doing all right. Maybe I should, I was looking for a an avenue for fitness, and that's what led me to start running.
That's cool.
But I remember that. Well, and then I talked to a good friend of mine, Gary Worcester, who actually ran that race.
That's what inspired me as well. I mean, I was just driving down Ocean Boulevard, and I saw these runners with icicles.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
And I said, these guys are crazy. And that was my first marathon in 1980, the old Jersey Shore Marathon. And that's what we're trying to do with this program, a little bit more sane, though.
Yes.
And there will be built-in incentives. I mean, come in, sign up for the program. We'll take that application that you fill out as basically an application to be your incentive. We will give you after 4 weeks of successful program, an in-training T-shirt. After another 4 weeks, we'll give you an in-training hat, similar to this one. And then approximately 4 weeks later, it's about a 14-week program, we'll take that application and activate it at no cost to Long Branch and Monmouth Beach.
Somebody who's otherwise going to be inconvenienced by the race can now participate
for
free.
Not for anything, but you become an inspiration to another person. Yeah. That's what running's all about. You inspire one another.
To get off the couch.
To get off the couch and to get involved.
Well, one of the things, and when this idea came about, I didn't realize this leads right into Sustainable New Jersey. They give cities points, and you aspire to be environmentally sensitive. We all talk about carbon footprint and global warming and things, but health and fitness is a function of sustainability. It's part of it, and having a program that encourages people to get involved is part of that program. So I'm real happy about it.